Ah, hi Julian and hi Devon. Welcome to the stream. Ah, Julian. Okay, I'm not sure what bits are wrong. Maybe you want to come and chat and enlighten us. This is a drawing by Lucas Suarez. ID Long, welcome to the stream. Hello, fellow ever-evolving Saurian. Cuspy fellows, welcome to the stream. Long time no see.
Howdy doodle there.
Hello.
Oh. Can you hear me? I can
Yes.
see you talking, but I can't. Ah, good. So, would you, I won't stay for too long. I'm going to be back in several hours' time as usual. But, yes, the feathering. Overall, I quite like the structure, but probably the major thing which is when you're drawing the secondary feather. So the primary feathers come off the hand, and the secondary feathers come off the forearm, So you need to just make sure that where the furthest outer edge of the secondary feathers would line up with the base of the rib. So that's the major thing which I noted. Also, they would run right to the elbow, and they would come off the elbow. So the actual number, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 21. Yeah, 21 feathers, that's fine. In some dromaeosaurs, we know the number, like Velociraptor, it seems to be 14. Of course, it may vary because not all of them may have had quill knobs, but yep. In some, like Velociraptor, estimated at 14, but in some, like I can never remember the large Yishan one. Is that Genjulong or
Tianuraptor, I think.
Tianuraptor is one. There's another one as well.
I think they will be synonymous in the future.
You think that they might be synonymous? Okay.
But no, that's a paper from SAP.
Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, 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 ooh. Sorry. Oh, that would be good.
That's
But
not
yes,
that's not my opinion. That's someone else's opinion.
I was just wondering because I have heard it mentioned before, but that might be why.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that would be good.
I think the abstract mentions that the differences between the animals are probably mostly due through taphonomy, if I remember correctly.
Mm. So yeah, Zhen Yulong, Zhen Yuanlong is
Yeah,
the one I was
yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
It has a higher feather count on the owner of about 20.
yeah,
Between 14 and 20 feathers is fine.
yeah. Which I think it fits, considering that if I remember correctly, this animal is relatively basal.
Yeah.
Um,
What is this skeletal of specifically? It looks
I
like Deinonychus. No, no, claws. Yeah, I
uh,
said it looks like Deinonychus from the skeleton. Maybe.
Yeah, he didn't post it in consulting hours the name,
Oh,
unfortunately. But he posted that
consulting hour.
beforehand elsewhere, and there he mentioned it. But now I can't find it again. It's buried under
Okay.
on the new posts.
Hmm. But
Ah,
yeah,
Kalamaka, welcome to the stream, and hello, Beast of Antiquity.
let's see what am I looking for. I am looking for skeletals. If I know which one it is, I can probably give a bit more specific advice.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm looking at
Yep.
this one by Brennan here, Giganotosaurus with a baby sauropod in its jaws. Okay, I think someone also posted a skeletal drawing of Giganotosaurus in the chat, where we'll look at. I think it's still slightly off the perspective. Let's see. Oh, this is so. One other one is such a small. Let's use my red pen for this.
Yes, I think it is meant to be Deinonychus. Yes, it is Deinonychus.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wait, no, it can't be. Never mind. I'll
Okay.
keep searching.
Okay. When we look at the skeleton here of Giganotosaurus, you see this boss here will probably be more closer.
Yeah,
And I think the snout would be more roundish. And when you look here, you see the jugal boss here is very much right underneath the eye. Oh wait, where have I? Here. So would be more here probably.
Is it? No. Actually, this might not be a Scott Hartman skeleton.
That's possible, yeah. Because in case you see this, please let us know what it is. In case you are in chat. Or maybe I should tag him.
Yep.
That appears to be a good idea.
Nice.
Look there. Okay, hope he sees it. Otherwise, it is what it is. Yep. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh wait, he was typing. He was typing. He's typing something.
Ooh.
Let's see. Ah, Dromaeosaurus itself.
Oh, from Scott's new skeletal.
Ah.
But, yeah, so small Dromaeosaurid. Trying to remember how advanced it is. But yeah. Let me find the wing again. So yeah, the feathering that you've given it coming off the thumb claw and the thumb and overlapping the feathers, that looks a little odd. But apart from that, and what Yashua's already done, I think that about it. Perhaps more layering of the feathers, but actually, no, I would probably say not necessarily. I think it's probably fine. It's just really the thumb claw and moving the ulnar feathers along to the elbow, between the wrist and the elbow. You could have had tertiaries leading into the body, blurring the boundary to the body, but we don't have direct evidence of that.
Yeah, I think if they had something like that, it's more likely they were fuzzy instead of real contour feathers. If I remember correctly, real tertiaries only appear in flying birds. Wasn't it that way? Can't remember.
What was that? You broke up when
I think real tertiaries only appear in flying birds. Wasn't it this way? Is this possible?
Preserved usually in a fossil very well, so there have been some suggestions that there are some tertiaries in micro, I think, but yeah, I don't think we have any direct evidence for them. And their distribution in modern, necessarily sure, because in some ways they help basically blocking the gap between the secondaries and but they're also can be spread apart to allow air to pass through them. So on the downstroke, they could spread apart slightly, allowing air to pass between the arms so that it doesn't stop them from flapping down. So yeah.
Let's see. Back to Giganotosaurus. When you look here at the skeleton, you see that the skull back here slopes down quite a bit, and you will probably see that partly still in the skull before. So there's a contour, not shrink wrap, but you would still see there's a bone coming through a little, you know, and the muscle would flow around that. Oh, don't forget the ear opening. And here's I think I would make it not slope down so much. The back. Oh, I'm still in. Still on Discord. Damn it.
I just switched over and realized
that. Yeah, I hope you see what I meant here. Here, there's a bone poking through a little, and yeah. Lower jaw would probably.
Good back now.
Yeah, I switched now. Now I'm switching back. See here, it's not really curving upward, the jaw, but slightly downward. So don't forget it this time. So you here you have the muscle, here you have the bone, like that. Maybe with a little bit of soft tissue underneath. Yeah. Like that. For the sauropod, I think you specifically also asked for the sauropod. This is humerus, looks fine in length. But this looks very bendy. A little bit more.
It is rather amusing. Humorous.
Spaghetti lower leg.
Well, it's more so because it was the humorous. You said the humorous.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Bad puns.
Oh, your legs are so humorous. A little bit more. Try to give a little bit of detail to the body here. So it will be of course a titanosaur. Everything else is extinct by now. So wide body fits definitely. I think I wouldn't make the neck dangling down so much. There is a certain stiffness within the bones and ligaments already, so it would probably not so dangly down.
Unless the neck's been broken.
Yeah, of course, if it's broken, then.
But you'd probably see some damage around the base of the neck where.
Yeah. If it's not broken, but is just dead by bite or something, I don't know. Maybe I would then give it a gentle arch going down here. Like that. Probably so this way you can also show the lower jaw a little bit better. And maybe parts of the other leg. Tail is fine, I think. Nice and chubby. So it should be for a sauropod. Yep. That's everything I can see right now. Next one. Please close. Now. Another piece by Lucas. This one is a Carnotaurus. Let's move in. I think the only issue here was a skull. I think Leo already commented on that one. Oh, I just see I forgot to save a piece by Prehistorica. Okay, then next time. Yeah, as Leo already said, the skull would be more triangular. Carnotaurus has really an extremely strange skull. More like this. Probably. Otherwise it looks good. Okay, last one. Again, something feathery. Argentavis. Yay! Floof. By Satine, aka Ryan. I think, yeah, I like more this first version here with a higher angle of the wings. I think Cass already had some good ideas for this one.
Oh, is this for the challenge, server challenge?
Nope. This is
Okay. I was just wondering because the left-hand one looked almost like it was fitting into the L shape.
yeah, a little. That's true.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. I think I would make the contours here a little bit sharper, a little more angular. Also, some of these feathers probably slimmer because we see them more from the side. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact configuration in Condors where you looked at, Ryan. I don't know if they have such extensive tertiaries.
Let's see. The whole picture is in consulting hour, isn't it?
Hmm. It's pretty far up.
Yep. So let's see what it is. Ah, it is Argentine Avis.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think I would, of course, here draw in the.
Oh, something I just noticed that the primary feathers might be a little too long. If you've based it on condors, they're a lot smaller, so proportionally their primaries will be longer.
Ah, yeah, true.
I've just noticed that because I'm so used to looking at normal size, but it looks normal, but
Yeah.
in Argentine Avis, their primaries would be significantly smaller.
Yeah.
Although
I think we see that very well in animals like albatrosses. I mean,
yes.
a feather can only get so large before it gets too bendy, probably.
Yeah, there's a negative correlation between wing length, wingspan in birds and primary feather length. So in large birds, it gets proportionally shorter.
Yeah, so we would probably
Even
have
if
here.
the overall length does actually get slightly longer.
Yeah, I think it would really. I would draw on. I'm not sure if he did this, but I would draw a skeleton underneath. And then probably look at a condor for the proportions of the feathers. Maybe make them even smaller, which is probably good advice. I'm also in the moment not sure how in this wing here the arm would sit in.
There's quite a bit of perspective.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine the shoulder goes quite far back, but from our perspective, it's more. Oh, the elbow joint. There probably wouldn't be much of an angle from our perspective.
Yeah.
Which would make the humerus seem a lot shorter. Yeah, sort of like that. Actually, I haven't looked at an Argentine Avis skeletal.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if there is that much material of it.
No.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if in condors there are a lot of tertiaries.
Wow. If uh if this paper is correct, it has a really long ulnar radius. That looks too.
Well, it would fit considering that when the primaries are getting smaller, you have to cover the needed
for the wing
wingspan.
shape that they normally show.
Yeah, with something else.
That's more like the proportions of a seabird. That's quite interesting to see.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, the primaries that they've given in this reconstruction are 1 meter long, which is far. Well, not far too long, but that wouldn't really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's also something. I mean, there are so many large, feathery fantasy creatures out there.
Like giant feathered dragons and.
Yeah, or griffins and hippogriffs and stuff like that. And I always found it strange, although I was never really sure where to put my finger on to have these ginormous feathers. You know, and just now I begin to realize, oh, this is because they just don't went in the design process with shortening the primaries proportionally.
Yeah.
Not having this correlation in mind.
The other day, actually.
It would be cool to see an Argentavis with more seabird-like proportions.
Well, looking at this proposed skeletal, that's why I was wondering. Its wings would not be able to. I can't really see its wings producing the big, broad wings of modern vultures. They would a lot slimmer and longer. Oh, that could be something interesting to try tonight.
That's actually true, yeah.
Oh, wow, and the tail feathers as well. The rectrices, they're I don't know actually. Rectrices can become longer than primaries, but I would still say they're a little long.
Yeah, what would be a good analogy for Argentavis? I mean, probably not condor when you say the wings look more like that of the seabird, but are there bird of prey who have more slim wings?
Oh, just thought of one. Osprey have quite slim. But so yeah, there are some forms of eagle. Let me go and grab my book. Oh, wait a second. No, let me grab my book.
Grab it. Yeah, Ryan, as you can see, we are not sure ourselves, so we will probably try that out on the stream to produce a reference for you. DeLong, yeah, sea eagles have also quite broad wings still.
Here we go. Yep. So, actually, yeah, looking at an osprey. An osprey with slightly shorter with proportionally shorter primaries.
Can you post the skeletal you found on Discord? Nice.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It's just one from Google. I think it's from an actual paper. Whether it's the paper describing it or Aerodynamics of Argentavis is the paper.
Okay, that sounds trustworthy.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised by the proportions, interested by the proportions they've given it, because yeah.
Oh yeah, looking at osprey wing set,
they
that
still
looks
have
interesting.
proportionally quite long primaries, but if you shortened them a bit.
Yeah, and making the overall wings a little larger.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
That's why I clicked the wrong button. It's in Voices of the Stream.
Ah, there it's loading. Okay.
And I will have a look at. Actually, I don't really know that much about Argentina. What sort of ecology it's. But yeah, also something that I would. I'm talking about, and so I would definitely agree with it. Should give it a slotted wingtip, so it looks almost like it has fingers at its wing, and that's to do with the way that it flies with the soar.
Yeah. So proportion-wise, more like a seabird, but wing structure-wise, more like a bird of prey, a large one.
Yeah, more like a large gliding, large soaring bird of prey.
Yeah. I'm thinking about storks right now.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I'll have a quick look.
Yeah, storks might be not the best analogy. I'm not sure.
Storks, their wings look yeah. Their primaries are quite. Again, their primaries are quite long, but that will be the case with any bird we see. Although the overall shape isn't too. But yeah, you can see again with the storks, they've got that slotted wing.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, humerus compared to radius ulna.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, found one thing. Check out a marabou stork.
Even larger.
They have proportionally longer wings than just when you type in stork and get the standard.
Yeah.
The
marabou.
primary is too long, but the humerus looks like it would be proportionally shorter, but the radius ulnar is long.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that could be a good reference.
Yeah. I've got paper. Here we go. So, let's see. Oh, wait, I just remembered another one. Lamageria. Oh, it's not Lamageria, it's... the bearded vulture. I'll call it by that name. The bearded vulture. It has very proportionally long wings.
Okay. So let's see if this works.
This would be quite interesting to see, actually. Well, all reconstructions I've seen of Argentina give it the very vulture-like wing form.
Yeah.
With proportionally to long primaries. Wow, I mean, some of them are giving them 2 meter long primary feathers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just something that's not really taken into consideration that much.
Yeah, I think as well. How much?
A giant vulture.
How long would you think could the primaries be? I mean, I made it here now a little bit more than double the size of the Manos.
I've wouldn't even go that. I wouldn't really go much more than. I wouldn't go much more than 1 Manus length, maybe 1 at most.
Okay.
Because if you go double the size, then it becomes a meter long primary.
Yeah.
That whoa, actually measuring out in front of me. That's wait, I've got a tape measure right next to me. As you do. So,
Very professional.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, meter long primary feather would be a yikes. I don't think that would work functionally. The largest I can imagine working is maybe 65 to 70 centimeter long. Just judging it by eye, I can't imagine one getting any larger and still remain stiff enough to support the weight.
Yeah, so a little bit more than Manus length.
Yeah.
It appears from the scale bar on the skeletal drawing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the skeletal that I sent you, I think the primaries are a little long in that. Maybe the longest one's being about the same length as the shortest, the first primary that the front primary, which is technically the 9th, not the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, they gave him 11. And yeah, again, the secondary feather, I don't think would be that long either. Yeah, I don't think they would be quite that long. Not by much, but not quite that long.
Yeah, also probably the maximum length of a primary feather. Maybe.
Yeah. I think secondary feather. Secondary feathers aren't usually as well built as primary feathers. I don't know of any birds where they're longer than the primaries, but probably are some. Actually, maybe some sort of mostly terrestrial game birds, which are the same length as the primaries. But apart from that, but they produce very broad wings. Most birds that I can think of have various. I wonder whether they took that into account when doing this paper on the flight dynamics.
Yeah, I wonder as well.
Because if I imagine that if they did, they would have depicted it with shorter primaries on the skeletal. Because they did this skeletal just for this paper. It's not taken from anywhere else that I can determine.
Okay, now the tricky part.
Extracted energy from the atmosphere. I'm sorry, that's one of my favorite sentences in a paper. Extracted energy from the atmosphere for flight.
Hi, Ray.
Oh, hey, Asher. How you doing?
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Fine, thank you.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Bond, I will extract the energy from the atmosphere. And only give it back if they pay me $1 million. He's stroking a cat. And this is my cat, Alaska.
Oh, hi. Like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's saying in this paper its primary feathers scaled up from the California condor would have been 140 to 100 meters long and 12 to 14 centimeters wide.
Yeah, of course, when you scale it up.
Yeah. I'm just looking to see whether they say this is unlikely. So despite its size. They're not talking. They haven't said anything about scaling factor.
I mean, this must have been known back in the day.
Yeah. I think even sort of just natural history observations, there's a clear negative correlation.
Yeah.
So I'm certain that I'm almost this paper isn't an old one. It's 2007.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd be surprised if papers showing this correlation haven't been produced before the.
Yeah, that sounds to me like these people aren't that knowledgeable when it comes to ornithology.
Yeah, I think they have scaled up Argentine avis from the California condor, and they compared it to the black kite, white stork, white-backed vulture, and California condor. They've counted for the scaling of weight, but feather length. Oh wait, let's see.
I have the feeling one of these wings is larger than the other. I think this one is slightly... Wait, let me measure it on my screen. I have a pencil. Oh yeah, yeah. Nearly 10%. Oh god. Shame on me.
Wow! Argentine avis skull, 55 centimeters long. Oh, wow. That's a big skull.
Yep.
Big face.
Yeah. Although, when you look at the material on the skeletal drawing here, they have not the wool thing. Although it is very easy to get from these little elements the possible size of that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Which makes me actually wonder, with such a large head, how they flew.
Yeah. They wouldn't have their neck extended. They would probably tuck it right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably.
That's a really interesting view of Argentine avis.
Yeah. It would probably be more like we already talked about this. More like a marabou stork.
Yeah.
Let's actually. Okay.
Maybe it had an extra set of wings on its face.
I can tell you've given it as a good size as well. That looks right. Ooh, wow. Big burp.
People off the stream, you see probably the first time correct proportions for an Argentavis.
Yay! Oh no, it's been bad. And now it's going to go crashing to the ground without its brain pilot driving it around.
It will look very, very weird now.
Yeah.
I should probably do it like a marabou stork and make an exposed crop. Makes it look more interesting.
Again, was it a scavenger? I don't know whether it's been suggested to be a scavenger or what its lifestyle is.
Well, I think so far all inferences of that were just comparisons with modern day relatives. Yeah, so everyone so far, I think, suggested scavenger. Also, when you look at the preserved skull elements, it's not a very hooked jaw. Probably.
That's what I'm looking at. It's a really long. It's a long jaw.
Yeah.
And
Also, I mean, we have more better known relatives from North America here, Teratornis, with complete skulls, and they look very much like modern vultures. So I think the ecology of a scavenger is not that unlikely. Drake, hello. Yes, this is Argentavis. The one and only.
Yeah. I would also say the long skull as well is quite similar to a lot of vulture.
Yeah.
So,
to bury into carcasses and so on.
Actually, wait a second. Let me just double check.
We will feast on their flesh.
There is a correlation within vultures that correlates size and how naked their head.
Oh, interesting. There's so many correlations in nature. You can't know them all.
I just can't remember which way round it is. It's to do because of... Yeah. I'll see if I can find it. I haven't read about it extensively, but yeah. I think it might be something like basically the I think it's the larger vultures which get there maybe not sooner, but are able to bully their way in, are able to scavenge most of the meat and they get to the surface, whereas the late vultures, which sort of have to wait till the larger ones are gone, have to bury their heads in, which is why smaller vultures have more naked heads than larger ones.
Ah, interesting.
There's a correlation, something like that, but I can't remember if that is the way. That sounds like the way around it should be, but
it sounds logical. This looks not like any Argentavis restoration I have seen so far. I'm very pleased by it.
I were able to make that first primary, the front primary, slightly short.
Oh yeah, you are sure. You're right there.
Maybe just normally the first primaries are.
Yeah.
Especially in gliding birds, shorter.
Yeah.
Soaring, not gliding, because you get.
Gliding is for flightless.
Marine glide. Yeah. I was going to say you get marine gliders, so albatross and things, where the first primary is. Not the first, but you know what I mean. The first primary is the longest.
Yeah.
Or unless there's a very small primary which you don't notice in front.
Yeah.
But in Soras, inland Soras, it's slightly shorter usually.
Yeah, I think I did it this way because I had all this time seabirds in my head.
Don't worry. Oh yeah, I was watching. When was it? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday? I can't remember. Wouldn't have been Thursday. One of the days this last week, I basically watched all of that. What's the David Attenborough series that? Let me see.
The new one on Netflix?
No. Oh, is there a new series on Netflix?
Yes. By David Attenborough. Basically, the next version of Planet Earth.
Oh. Conquest of the Sky.
Ah.
I watched all of that a couple of days ago, and they were talking about the gliding in vultures.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting. What coloration would you do it?
Well, definitely black primaries and secondaries
Mm-hmm.
to make them because of the
Good
structural
idea.
enhancement through the black pigments.
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter so much for them having to sneak up on prey because, of course,
Yeah,
yeah. So they don't need to worry so much about counter shading.
yeah, that as well.
Hmm.
This fits very well with
Would
many
it-
scavenging birds. I because I'm just looking at marabou storks, and they are also all black on the underside, and
Yeah.
besides some white
Oh
spots.
wow, actually, yeah, monk. Actually, griffin vultures, black vultures, Lamageria, or however you say it, and
Lemmergeier.
Lemmergeier.
Yeah.
They all have black primaries, completely black primary.
Yeah, I mean many or most large
I think
birds
griffin
have very
vultures
dark.
have brown. Griffin vultures
Ah,
sometimes have dark brown, but yeah, all very darkly coloured.
yeah,
primaries.
usually darker.
And I suppose that doesn't. As I said, they're not hunting prey, so they don't need to They don't need to worry about staying hidden so much. Would it actually be better for them to be big and imposing to scare off the actually scavenging? I don't know. Could that
Probably,
could that be a thing?
maybe.
This is looking really good.
I wonder how high these guys would fly. I recently read in I have a book about birds of prey of Europe,
Oh.
and they mentioned there the highest flying birds is a vulture. I can't remember the species, and it's
Oh,
only
yeah.
known to fly that high because that one specimen was hit by a plane.
And it was identified by the feathers stuck in the turbine.
I don't know how
Well,
they
the
identified it
window,
later.
wasn't it?
Probably by DNA they picked from the wing or something.
Yeah. It was from the feathers. I'll do a quick goggles.
Google, do your thing.
Because I think there are some people say that it's storks or geese, but I think Rupel's griffin bolt,
Yeah,
37,000 feet, and
Damn.
hopefully it will tell me how they identified it. I'm pretty sure it was the wing feathers that were stuck to the and sorry if you can hear that dinging, it's my phone being noisy. It's complaining that I'm not talking to it.
Use
It wants your
me.
attention. Julian, love me.
No. I've been talking to someone on you for 2.5 hours. You can have a rest. I've had enough of looking at your blinky screen. Instead, I'm going to look at the big computer blinky screen.
And the computer's like, yes, give me attention.
Okay, let's give it
See more.
color.
And then it doesn't. Annoyingly, it tells me actually not annoying. It's telling me the adaptations of how they're able to fly so high, which is actually interesting because I don't normally do that, but not telling me how they identify. Wait, bar-tailed cotton. Wow, that's high than I expected. Sorry. Oh yeah, I've got a seagull skull in my a seagull head in my bag at the moment that needs to be put into a box outside to decompose.
I hope it's not just the head just laying in there without packaging.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to wash the bag after. I mean, there's not too much blood dripping on the floor yet.
Okay.
No, it is complete. It is bagged up, double bagged up, because
Good.
seagulls, as I found out a couple of weeks ago, carry botulism. Gulls big carriers of botulism because it doesn't actually kill them,
Oh,
which is quite interesting. Yeah.
so
Oh, this is looking really nice.
yeah, looking all the time at a marabou stalk picture pays off.
Yeah. Wait, but where's the person riding it? Where's the saddle strap?
This is not Ark Survival Evolved.
But there needs to be someone riding this giant flying animal.
Yeah,
Are you saying
otherwise
that?
it's not cool enough.
We need to trap it with something, then we can tame it. Then we can put a saddle on it.
Hmm. Right. Right then.
Ray,
Wait
how
a
are you?
second.
Sorry.
You carry on talking. I just noticed something interesting. We carry on.
Okay, Ray, how are you doing, by the way, since you are in here?
Oh, good. I just got back home after being away for like 24 hours.
Oh,
I was out last night drinking.
Ooh.
And we were talking about, I don't know, it's kind of like, we were basing it on an Entelodon, so it's like, it's a Lucrucata, so it's like this mythological creature, sort of. We based ours on sort of like an Entelodon. So it's like, so it's basically like, it's got lion front, like a upper torso, and then a back. The backside is kind of like a gazelle. I went sort of with a gemsbok when I drew it, and then the face is like a hyena.
Oh.
It was fun. It's like this tabletop campaign we were. A lot of fun.
Noise.
Yeah. How have you been?
Oh, fine. Busy doing work for the graphic novel all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just got a message back that I have to work on a panel again where I thought I was finished already, but no, there are some stuff that has to be changed. More details.
So many things to get done.
Ah, you cut out?
Yeah, there's just so many things that you have to do.
Yeah.
Let us draw dinosaurs in peace, goddamn.
Today I was just working on the possible design for the pterosaurs and
Ooh, nice.
Hmm.
How have you been, Julian?
Fine. Just busy with university and everything.
Sounds like fun on a bun.
Pardon?
Sounds like it's fun on a bun.
No, it's okay. I just had a bit of a weird week this last week. So, yeah.
What was weird about it?
It's been fine.
just had to burn out, nothing major.
Pardon?
Just had to burn out, nothing major, carry on.
Yeah, more or less. Oh yeah, I got the blog done last week, but
Oh yes, a blog.
out early this. But yeah, apart from not really much. Oh yeah, talk by Mark Whitten on Thursday that I got told 2 minutes before it started that, oh, where are you? It's starting, and then suddenly realised, I'm meant to be there now and not in an hour. Oh dear, I got the wrong time. So, I've basically beat my record of getting to uni, and I got from getting that message to arriving up, it took me 6, and it's normally a 10-minute walk, and that's nothing. That was including having to run down 13 flights of stairs.
God.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was exhausted the rest of that evening and heavy breathing for the next 45 minutes. But yeah, no, it was fine. I didn't really.
For the
miss
next
anything.
45 days.
I'm not that out of shape, Joshua.
Not like me.
Not quite.
I don't think either of you are that out of shape.
I'm not really out of shape, but I'm not really in it either. I'm skinny.
We don't have shape.
It could be a lot worse. You guys are fine, I think.
So yeah, that was funny. And then yeah, Friday there wasn't really anything, and then yesterday was just out beach cleaning in the morning, and then bird watching in the afternoon.
Nice.
I'm just trying to think if we saw anything particularly interesting that people will know. Oh yeah, that was where I got the seagull head, but apart from that, are there any twitches in the chat?
Are there any gamers in the chat?
Yeah, apparently D-Long tries in the moment to get a Procoptodon in Ark.
I don't know why I even bother, because like I only really use it for moving babies around and really just hatch them where I need them.
I hope you already had fun with the S Plus editions now.
I haven't gotten a chance to use it. The server I'm on, they switched to a mod map which I can't play, so I've been able to get on for a while. I gotta wait until the server. Where is it?
Yeah, as much as I like often some of these mods, it's a little bit unfair because not everybody can work with them.
Yeah.
Ah well. I think I will give the edge here of the wing a little bit more lighter markings, and then we are finished.
Nice.
But again, where's the saddle? Where's the ride?
Yeah.
Already eaten.
I'll take that as a valid answer.
Ah, damn, they're wild. You gotta take them down.
It was killed by one of the anti-poaching units of the WWF.
The auto turret took it out.
Okay, let's save it. Where is the folder?
Next, we're gonna draw a wyvern.
Oh, there. Stream. Argon Davis. Yes, DeLong. Actually, we have not done a Procoptodon yet.
No, we did Thylacoleo, but yeah, not him.
Now we have done that.
Yeah, we did Thylacoleo, yeah.
Yeah.
Procoptodon, it did coexist with early human inhabitants of Australia.
What about a person riding in a Procoptodon's pouch?
I was thinking a Procoptodon leg on a spit across the farm.
What about a guy riding a Procoptodon?
I already had some gyros today. So. you know what? Some small light spots on the chest could be nice.
Ooh, that's nice.
And then we have
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So
Something that I was going to say, I was saying earlier on, Yasha, about lots of the larger vultures and large birds having dark primaries or dark wing feathers. Anadean condors, most of their secondaries are actually white.
yeah,
which
I
hadn't
remember.
Thought about. Their primaries are black, but virtually all of their secondaries are completely white except for a black tip. Which is, although actually no, there is some variation. So some have dark, but most have white. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Hmm.
Maybe because it's then easier to form them. Less energy has to be expended to when they're molding.
I mean, they've kept the black tips for to stop them wearing down so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to see.
Yeah, maybe the secondaries are just not so much. Because they don't bend so much like the primaries do. They don't need so much reinforcement. And so it could be really a energy demand thing.
Yeah.
When it's cheaper to just have black tips instead of leaving the wool wing black. But I don't change it right now.
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting you change.
Yeah, but it would make sense to.
Yeah.
If this would be the case. I don't know if anybody ever looked into this.
I don't think so. It's quite interesting that really color even in modern animals isn't still understood.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating for paleo, because it's like, well, so what color should we do it? And then we ask question, and it's like, well, nobody knows the answer because the studies haven't been done on modern animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually yeah. So yeah, I've got a paper that I want. Oh yeah, I was saying about it the other week about the head crests. Never mind.
Yeah. We just recently had a discussion on the server because there was apparently on another server a discussion about dromaeosaur plumage. And these were obviously not experts, and they were suggesting, let's give it a mohawk and these feathery sleeves without primaries and everything. They posted some references. Yes, it was hurtful.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, even like earlier on with dromaeosaur wing, I'm still not entirely sure how I should reconstruct dromaeosaur wings. Not so much because I don't know the evidence, it's because the evidence doesn't necessarily point to a bird-like wing. It doesn't point to the same form as a modern bird wing, but it also varies because all the different examples we have, almost every single one, has a different wing form, a different arrangement style. Except for the Anchiornithines, which if you take the Anchiornithines as being a monophyletic group, whether they are or not is up for debate. But anyway, they all seem to have basically the same wing, same feather arrangement, same wing. But all other fossils which show the wings preserved show slightly different wing feather forms and arrangement, which is interesting. So I'm still not entirely sure how I should reconstruct.
Hmm.
Especially since most reconstructions still reconstruct them with Alula feathers that don't come off the Alula. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a difficult topic. There are still
Yeah, it's
too few fossils, as always.
yeah.
Okay, let's do a Procoptodon because DeLong. That's actually a good idea. I think this is the first kangaroo we do on a stream. So why not?
Be wearing a hat.
Kangaroo.
Or wielding a knife.
Try to find a skeleton right now. Here.
Alright guys, today we're doing a kangaroo. And do an Australian accent.
Oh, I fucking look at that kangaroo of it.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm thinking about this and I'm wishing that they did do it. It would have been brilliant if Steve Irwin did a Nigel Marven style documentary on extinct Australian megafauna. That would have been brilliant. I mean, yeah, I mean that's almost. Why did no one think to do that, or maybe someone has thought to do it, probably has, but why did no one do that? Oh.
I have no idea.
It might be because Steve Irwin was mostly about modern animals and
Yeah, maybe
Conservation, he was
they
very
asked him to do that, and he was like, you know, guys, these animals are extinct long ago.
modern animals.
We have
And
urgent problems here.
yeah, and I can imagine he would probably respond like that.
I mean, he did do a movie once.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I want to get that movie and watch it. It's oh, what was it? The Crocodile Hunter Collision Course.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was like the CIA, like a satellite from the CIA crashed in Australia and a crocodile ate it, so they sent goons after it. So Steve thinks that they're poachers, and so he's fighting them. And there's also this farmer who wants to kill it, and so all three of them are button heads, and so it's kind of actually.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
It looks quite fun.
Apparently, flying kangaroo is a cocktail. As I just found out because I googled for lying kangaroo to find good references because I want to have it lying on the ground, being sleepy. And Google made flying kangaroo out of it. Also interesting, but not right now, Google.
Oh, there was something else I was just thinking of.
And I was telling my friend about the Elton John song that he used in it, and how it being the theme for this, and he didn't even know that this movie existed.
Yep.
Wait, there's a crocodile or a movie?
Me and
Yeah.
Susie had so much fun. Holding hands, skipping stone. I don't know if I'll ever run a place of my own, but never mind.
What?
Most of
Good song.
Yep.
I remember when I was young.
And I quite like it because the actual song has nothing to do at all with crocodile.
You just picked it because it sounds good.
Yeah. But when I first heard it, I thought, oh yeah, it's a Crocodile Rock. The second time I heard it, and I was very young at this stage. What? There's none of it. It doesn't relate at all to crocodiles. Why is it called the Crocodile Rock? I feel cheated. I like this song because it should have crocodiles in it, but it only has one word that relates to crocodile.
It'd be funny if I want to see what this dance looks like. I bet it's something to do with like getting on your belly and just kind of like moving around like a crocodile.
Yeah. Basically, a worm with your legs at an angle and your just palms are sliding across the floor.
You know, I get jealous when I see large red kangaroos laying on the ground and being all beefy. And I'm sitting here being a talking stick. Okay. Oh, damn, it looks so weird.
Actually, yeah, it's sort of quite impressive how beefy and muscly some red kangaroos can be.
Yeah.
And it's sort of fun. You sort of see human bodybuilders sort of showing off, and then it's like, have you seen the kangaroo?
Especially since kangaroos don't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, they are just like that. Imagine a kangaroo would work out.
Oh yeah. And I mean, they don't go on specific diets or anything.
Nope.
I mean, they eat plants. They don't even eat lots of protein. So beat that, human bodybuilders. Thank you. So no offense to any bodybuilders who are in the chat. Even though that was pretty offensive, I apologise. Actually, yeah, the first time I saw the sort of short-faced kangaroo was in a documentary, and the graphics were really weird, so they looked like giant rabbits, and it creeped me out for months. It's just like, no, not the giant rabbits again, no, they're horrible, and yeah, it really creeped me out. Is there any ancient of megafauna?
Any what?
Ancient Aboriginal Aborigine art of megafauna.
I think so. If I remember correctly, there were some artworks that were suggested to depict Dromornis. That giant bird with his big beak. I think it's a goose relative, wasn't it that?
Yeah. It's a Galaranceriform. I can't remember whether it's goose or chicken though. I know which one you mean.
Yeah. And I think there was also something that could be Diprotodon. Looking at kangaroo snouts right now and realizing I fucked up. So,
Actually, I just thought animals like kangaroo being Witcher Farm. Would you say that they're domesticated or not? Because kangaroos are farmed, but they're still, as far as I'm aware, identical to their wild counterpart. And yeah, I was just wondering whether you would say they're domesticated or not.
I don't know at what point one can speak of an animal as being domesticated. if it had to change physically to be domesticated, or if the use by humans themselves already makes them domesticated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the
think that-
definition of that is.
Is it that, an animal which has been significantly changed from its wild ancestor, either behaviorally or morphologically? I think there is some definition, like, so by that definition, I don't think kangaroos would be considered domesticated.
Yeah, probably
Yet
not.
they're farm animal. And yeah, I suppose crocodiles, alligators as well, which are farm.
Yeah.
They're
Although
not technically domesticated.
Thinking about it, it would be probably pretty cool to see a domesticated different breeds of kangaroo.
That's what got me onto it, because I was thinking I can imagine if they did domesticate and come up with breeds of kangaroo, would they create a pug kangaroo with a really short face?
I was just thinking
Could
a breed of kangaroo for colder climates with a very woolly covering.
Bleaking.
Basically a hopping sheep. I think that would be hilarious, but also extremely cool.
Extremely, what was that?
Extremely cool.
Yeah.
I still don't like this face.
I think is a bit long. That's just based on some of the images I've looked at. I don't actually know what the skull's like.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a mammal.
I have the same response to mammals.
Damn it.
Oh wow. If this is actually one of the skulls, their faces are really...
Yep. Okay, this could be better. I tweaked it a little.
The image lets you shrink it fresh. Yeah. I think it's actually the whole face. I'll post. I've just found a picture of one of the. It's weird.
Yeah, it is very, very strange.
Although it's very robust as well, which is quite interesting. And let's get a kangaroo skull.
Also interesting is the diversity of Diprotodons back in the day.
Wow, really?
Not really.
Sorry. Kangaroo skulls are longer than I expect. Look at that comparison! Wow.
Oh yeah.
That makes the top one even weird. Yeah, you were saying about the diversity that's within Prognathodon, is it? How have you said?
Diprotodons.
Oh, Diprotodons. Yeah.
Yeah, I recently looked into that a little, and they are so strange forms, also outside of Australia.
Really?
Yes, there are
Interesting.
panda-sized and also very panda-looking Diprotodons from New Guinea or something in that direction.
Yeah.
Also, I think endemic species on Java. Very cool stuff. And yes, this is a male, as you can see. God, it looks not real.
I don't know. It looks almost like you'd give it the caption "Hello, ladies."
Yes. Oh God, why?
But it does. It look. I always think that male kangaroo. Oh my goodness, his fingers. Yes.
Shut.
Ah, curse of the were-rabbit. Oh.
I changed the eyes a little. I think that will make it better.
Give it big, adorable eyes.
No, they are sleepily closed. I just made
it
them.
Looks like a kangaroo. Yeah.
I just made them a little bit.
Don't worry, it's fine.
I think I will post this in paleontology coprolite posting.
With some caption.
Yes.
Why,
Okay.
do you know, just with the heading caption this. Just with the heading caption.
Yes. Yes. Oh God, I have to look at the chat. I looked at references all the time. Yes, these arms could rival Iguanodon, that's true. Also not in size, but proportion-wise, surely.
Oh, I could just... Actually, I could imagine someone doing a cartoon of I can never... I've just called them a short-faced kangaroo because I can never pronounce the...
Procoptodon.
Procoptodon. Yep. Yeah, I can just imagine someone doing a cartoon of Procoptodon having an arm wrestle with Iguanodon.
I mean, there are already a few games, online games that were born from coprolite posting.
I've only... Oh yes, I've seen two of them. There's
The
the
big die.
Ichthyosaurus one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Charles,
James Gurney one.
Yep,
Yeah, with a
that one.
with a lerp.
Yeah, that one. The Bone Wars one is quite fun.
Oh,
That's
I
where you
haven't
have to go digging.
tried that. Yeah. That's
Oh,
right. There's also the
yeah.
Bone Wars one. Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Except it's the multiplayer one, and I can't get multiplayer to work. But, yeah, I can imagine with two players, it could be quite fun actually. Well, it's fun as one player because you get to go digging. Actually, it's quite similar to Worm Wars. Yeah, if anyone's ever played Worm Wars.
I saw Let's Plays.
Actually, yes, if anyone's played Worm Wars, type into the chat worms.
We haven't done yet an extinct worm, you know.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
The
I never heard
first
of
one-
I never heard of any fossils of worms outside the Cambrian.
Well, I was going to say the first one I thought of was that Cambrian phallus worm.
Yes, yes, but beyond that, of course, trace fossils, you know, but
There are trace fossils.
yeah, quite a bit.
I
But
should know the name of those for my course. Yes.
why don't you know this? You embarrass me.
Because I am sorry. Because I haven't revised it since I learnt it, and I need. Right, so.
Ray's just gone. Oh no, they talk about memes now.
Oh no! Old brush. Oh, the Natural History Museum has the fossil annelid collection. Oh. I think I'll leave you for a bit because I need to grab myself. And oh, it's already almost 10 o'clock. And
It is.
I may or may not be back after, depending on how late it is and
Okay.
yeah, whether I need to actually sleep or not, which I should be. So,
Okay.
potentially, good night for all of tonight. Potentially, I'll be back in an hour.
Okay. Bye bye. Ah, look at this beefy kangaroo.
Oh yeah,
It is so
Ooh.
beefy.
big man.
Fun fact, Procoptodon is just a red kangaroo on protein shakes.
A rat kangaroo.
Red giant kangaroo.
Oh shit! What were they eating?
Absolute unit. Yes, yes, I know. Oh, I think I actually made the hands wrong. Oh. If the skeletal is correct, they have just 3 fingers. Is there some... let's Google it directly. Hand. Fascinating. Apparently, according to David Peters, Toxodon is a marsupial related to Procoptodon.
No.
Too stupid to react. Oh, okay. Okay, now 4 fingers. Okay, I was right again. Whee. I was right all along.
Doesn't look prosperous.
Okay, now color. And maybe a little bit more shadow on the back. Grayish white back, black. What? Black bloody? Neon pink is definitely a wonderful idea.
I suppose it depends what the environment it was in was like.
Yes. It was surrounded by pink eucalyptus forests and autocorrection. Okay, black body. Okay, I don't think that fits so well its environment. Black body in general. I mean, to my knowledge, Australia wasn't that hot and arid back in the day, but still pretty tropical. And I think Procoptodon lived in open areas where black is maybe not the best idea. How about hot pink? What?
Maybe. Let's see. Maybe something more like warmer colors, like a beige kind of hue.
Yeah.
Along those lines, orange, beige, because like stuff out in the open typically doesn't have like darker colors, more brighter.
Yeah.
They have darker colors, more like stripes and patterns.
I mean, I like the idea of an grayish white back.
Oh yeah.
Overall.
Actually, that would help with keeping cool, probably. Reflect more light.
Yeah. Let's try that, and maybe then. Let's see what comes up for the rest. Also, let's make the tail grayish. A little bit about around the shoulders and chest. Yeah, maybe more reddish brown for the head and face. Would be nice. And then again, a white snout. Baby pink, yes, definitely. Or maybe a green, like the kind of green it hurts the eyes to look at. Definitely doing that, definitely. You mean like this green? This radioactive green? Okay, a little more details to the fur and the backgrounds, and when we are done. Signer, welcome to the stream! Oh, not that late. Could be worse. For example, not being here. That would be unforgivable. some grass here and then should be fine. Done. Yep, you missed Argentavis, Signer, and it was probably the first Argentavis you that ever saw the light of day, because Julian looked at the skeleton and figured out that the proportions are usually done completely wrong on these guys. Okay, guys, what should we do next? Let me know.
Do a Toxodon.
A what?
Do a Toxodon.
A Toxodon. It's possible that we... No, I think we haven't done that. We did the ass of a Toxodon. Being eaten by a carnivorous armadillo.
Time to do a dummy sick one.
So sick. Doesn't even fit on the paper.
Do a slight reference to that Moto thing. Trolliker heard taking a drink from a pond. So one of them has got like a giant ass off to the side, and the other one's just like a profile pic.
No worms. Why no worms? I think we have to do Drake's suggestion of Dagon as a fish, because he already threatened to suggest it every stream from now on. And it's fish. That's easy. Fish. How large is fish? Oh, not that large. Good fish. Pigments. Okay. Dunkleosteus already done. The Dunkleosteus is actually, if I remember correctly, in the Paleostream book. And yes, this was a hidden advertisement. Oh, giant fish fossil. Julian, how's it possible? Maybe I also know spoiler about giant fish fossil. Mine's probably larger.
What's Julian doing in the text chat but not in here?
He's probably eating and doesn't want to munch into the microphone.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I don't think it's embarrassing. But Julian is British.
He's very polite.
There are certain stereotypes that demand to be used. Okay. Good thing the skull is preserved well, otherwise this would be very difficult to do. Okay, what could it do? It could be dead. Julian, maybe we speak about the same fossil. I'm speaking about certain isolated gill rakers. Anthony Maltese talked about this during the last EAVP talks. Where to start? Oh wait. Or is it? It's so hard to see how far these reach. Yep. This should be. More here. This is better. Okay, now the skull. Let's have a look at modern lizardfish. For all soft tissue related purposes. I know a certain paleontology student who will love this one. He's working on fish.
Fish boy.
I think the skull could be a little longer. Yeah, like that. Good. Drake, I hope what you see pleases you. I mean, it was your idea.
Let's see this fish. Ooh, that's a good fish.
It is a good fish.
It is juicy.
Ooh, he's gonna make a nice fucking cutlet.
funny thing is, because the pelvic fins are so close to the head, the anus would be so close to the head as well.
Oof.
Yep. There are fishes with very strange digestive tracts. Okay, now let's shade it and color it. Okay, now color. So, Drake, or everybody else, what color would you like to see on this little fishy? I call him Steve.
Steve's a cutie.
Yeah, he has such a pretty smile.
Them thick lips, good for smidgen.
Yeah.
This just reminded me and my friends were joking about fucking fish on the way to an aquarium once. Not
What?
I should preface though. There's a so we went to this aquarium, and the aquarium, when you buy your tickets, they give you like these extra perks for when you go to the aquarium. So you pay $5 extra, you get to be present when they feed the penguins, that kind of thing. So we were joking about that while they were buying their tickets on the drive there, and so like $5 to feed the penguins. Ooh, what was this one? $10 kick a penguin. Ooh, $20 you can fuck a fish.
Okay.
Going down to a Venture Aquarium. $100 you can take one home. And so we were just goofing about that the whole way there. It was only like a 10-minute drive. So.
Well, it would be strange if it would be a 1 hour drive and all the way there.
I mean, eventually we got off the subject when my friend was like, I think I'd rather just fuck you, Ray. And it's like, oh, thank you. I'm glad I rolled that fish. I took it as a flirt, and so I'm happy about that. If it's an open, if it's an open ocean fish, probably would be very reflective.
Yeah, maybe.
Like tunas, a lot of blue overtones.
Something either Lovecraftian or Mesopotamian. What? What do you even mean by that? I can't give it more tentacles. Or do you mean just black with green mixed into it? And Mesopotamian? Just make it the color of clay. Lovecraftian doesn't mean... Yes, I know. But that's the first thing that came to my mind. Lovecraftian can't be really defined as a color scheme. Bluish green with darker stripes. Okay.
Maybe it needs a gun.
Why is that?
Just give this boy a 38.
38?
Yeah, just give him a 38 revolver.
I don't know weapons. I'm not American.
give him a howitzer.
This fish is not that big, you know. It would fit probably into the opening of the howitzer. It would count as ammunition.
I'm trying to look for like that German. Look, give him a Luger. Like a Luger in his mouth.
Laser beams. I should probably do that, yes. A little bit more lizard fish pattern in here. Okay, that's good enough for me. Maybe some particles into the water and some light from above and laser beams, and we're done.
And a Luger.
No problem, Drake. What I do for getting new and fresh ideas. Yep. Oh, damn. Ah, laser beams. Yes. Laser beams makes it so much better.
Watch out, predators.
let's save it. Okay, what should we do next? Sibiro Titan. We actually did Sibiro Titan back during the Russian stream.
I would like to see sauropods in snow, though. That would be cool. Maybe one rolling in the snow.
Sauropod in snow would be cool.
One of those cute ones where it's like maybe like a juvenile playing in the snow.
Yeah, Xinjiang Titan. Sinotyrannus. Yes, we haven't done Xinjiang Titan yet, that's true. I would remember that name.
Were they in a habitat that would be good for snow?
Yeah, that's the question. Also, I would like to do a sauropod that is not known just from a few vertebrae or a limb bone.
Yeah, there's a lot of guesswork there.
Yeah, something to work with. You guys look maybe for some good sauropods, and I will go to the toilet in the meantime. Ugh.
Hell yeah. Although I can't remember what it was. There was something about late Jurassic Morrison being like in a cold bubble. I can't remember. It had to do with like Greenland causing like a it was like a climate anomaly that lasted for a long period of time, and it resulted in like the western U.S. being really cold. I don't know. This was like years ago that I heard about it. I can't remember it now. But that was my my impetus for doing things like Allosaurus and Brachiosaurus hanging around in a snowy environment. Leoning Titan. It's cool how there's just so many sauropods from China. Although it might be more that they just are getting this stuff described faster. Because now that I think about it, we have like a huge backlog of stuff over here. I don't know how big the backlog is in Chinese museums. Let's see, when was Leoning Titan? Early Cretaceous, the Yixian Formation. I'm bad at pronouncing. Let's see.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to remember. It was like years ago I heard about this. There was like some kind of a climate anomaly regarding like Greenland during the late Jurassic that had some kind of effect on the Morrison U.S. that had made it colder. I think. I'm not sure what it was. I can't remember that now. Though. It's like years ago I heard about it.
Never heard that.
Yeah. Wish I remembered what it was. I can bring it back up.
Yeah. Oh, it is actually very complete.
Oh, good. Very good then.
Xinjiang Titan. Have you seen on Discord the skeleton? It has an extremely long neck. Yeah, the longest actually. Yeah, that's true. It looks quite bizarre. Problem with these large sauropods always is how to get them actually on the picture. In the snow, of course, yes, but I mean because of their proportions.
Joshua, why are you fucking that fish? Me and JB were joking. We weren't serious about fucking the fish. You gotta pay $50 for that. Remember? You gotta pay Adventure Aquarium $50, and they'll let you fuck a fish of your choice. Tell me.
I'm not sure I even want it.
Tell me your secrets, Morrison Formation. Where is this thing? Ooh. Jurassic Polar Wander? Is that? Maybe that's it.
Okay, let's try this. These animals make you wonder if they had a special gait to cope with their extremely long necks.
Yeah, I'll probably have to balance while the head sways.
Must have been extremely weird to watch them. I mean, back in the day when Mary Anning dug up her first plesiosaur, everybody was like, "Oh, this is fake. It's just it's just a body of a turtle with something else attached to it, with a snake or something." Yeah. And this guy is just so much more bizarre. And I mean, it was just Plesiosaurus, which has a medium length neck. Evolving Saurian, this is Xinjiang Titan. Or will be. And I mean, it's not even extremely long-necked. I mean, Omisaurus is also extremely long-necked. But this thing is also huge. While Omisaurus is body-wise, not that large. This guy totally... yes, it makes you speechless. At least I was when I first saw the fossils. Say it with the words of the American president, it's huge. Okay. exactly. What is so funny over there?
Oh, it's just this Twitter bot that is it's a Mothman Twitter account, and it basically every tweet starts with Mothman is real, and then it fills in the rest. And he owes Blockbuster Video $200 in an outstanding plate. Let's see, what's another one? Mothman is real and stealing the hearts of everyone across the globe. Mothman is real and he offered me cocaine in a dimly lit JCPenney.
Okay.
Mothman is real and makes minimum wage working at a haunted house doing stunts. Mothman's real and he's a cool baby.
Why?
Mothman is real and actually running this Twitter. Mothman is real and he killed the president.
Ah, that would be nice.
Mothman is real and he loves you.
Aww. And we love Mothman.
Aww. Well, Mothman's real and he's got a deal for you. Mothman is real and he suck.
From the comment section, Mothman is real and he's the worst Fallout game. I can't judge, I haven't played Fallout ever. Not even watched a Let's Play.
Mothman is real and I just cracked open a cold one with him and the boys.
What?
Mothman is real and his beauty and grace into this United States. Mothman is real and just wants to be held. Okay, last one. Mothman is real and is young, dumb, and full of, you know.
Why?
Oh, here's one. Mothman is real and a bisexual.
Fascinating.
I thought there was one that was like it was Mothman, and it was like that all the time. I can't remember. I'm trying to find it. Well, maybe it's just the Mothman account generates a lot of horny stuff. I don't know. And so that's one of them. Mothman is real and knows Bush did 9/11.
course he did. It was Bush himself. He flew the planes into the towers.
Cheney did the other two. Mothman is real and he sucked my dick.
But where's the proof?
Well, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
There are no photos. If they are all blurry.
You heard it all here, folks. Joshua wants video proof of the Mothman giving me a blowjob. Mothman is real and has 43 Neopets.
What? Guys, let me know what coloration you would like to see on this weird sauropod.
I think a big, considering how big they are, they probably wouldn't have that wild color. You know what? Actually, yeah, I want some pink on that boy. I'm thinking gray body, like a kind of like a drab kind of like grayness, maybe like a little bit of a darker gray inlay, that kind of stuff. And as it works up the neck, gets a little pinker for display. Like, hey girls, check me out. Look at my neck.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Mothman is real and your order has been put in the oven.
Thank you, Mothman.
Mothman is real and is daddy.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, that's what that was what I was thinking of, because I see those pop up a lot when I see these. Mothman is real and is reminding you to have a drink of water.
Good thing I just had a sip.
Listen to Mothman. Oh hey, here's one that the text chat might like. Mothman is real and he only eats the pink gumballs.
What?
Only pink, no other colors.
It makes no sense.
Mothman is real and he's gonna steal your husband. What the fuck? What is this? These are so specific. Mothman is real and gave me Roadhead at the Wendy's drive-thru.
What?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Thanks, Mothman.
The things I didn't want to know.
Husbands. I'm ready to put down with Mothman. Mothman is real and has an Olive Garden unlimited pasta pass.
Oh my god.
And the
Can't
last
believe
one,
it.
before I exit this tab, is Mothman is real, and somebody once told me the world's gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb.
Okay.
And I've gotten out of there now.
Okay. Pink neck. The upper part.
Ooh, that looks good. See, real dinosaurs wear pants. I think I want to make a Twitter bot. I'm thinking like a Twitter bot based around like a Deinonychus with a Twitter account. And so it'll tweet shit like Deinonychus is alive and also insert. Some kind of vague thing like that. I don't know. Ooh,
No, I want a Deinonychus Twitter account which only talks about hunting Tyrannosaurus.
Actually, I just had an idea. Clickbaity science headlines. I should make sure that doesn't already exist, actually.
Yeah, it's the internet after all.
Rule 34, but with this. Hey, clickbait robot. Let's see if this is what I'm looking for. Remember, this Saturday is Sister Saturday, so why not treat your sister with a baked ham and.
What?
Yeah, it generates like clickbait.
Okay.
Say hello to Filk. Full English breakfast milk is the next big food trend, but should it be? This bot is now posting Christmas puddings.
Okay.
Everything you need to know about the conspiracy that Betty Boothroyd was caught shape-shifting into her squid form while visiting Rotherham.
That's oddly specific.
I kind of live for Twitter bots that are very specific, because then you get like really good ones sometimes. "22 fashion tips so you can dress like Mark Carney for less than the price of a fondue set."
What? Why fondue set?
1 like equals 1 reason that Airfix Super Spitfires are great.
Something warm, something alive in the cold, dead desert. This is no desert. This is just snow.
I mean, I think it looks nice. And isn't a tundra really just a cold desert anyway?
Yeah. Shut
You
up.
can eat. 23 lettuces that look like your mum.
Thank you. I always wanted to know that.
I actually like this. I'm gonna follow it. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, though. I specifically want one just generating clickbait for science articles. Ooh. Wait, science clickbait. Okay, I guess the one does not exist, so I can make one.
10 dinosaurs you didn't know existed.
Number 7 will really surprise you.
10 dinosaurs you didn't know had an obsession with hotboxing. Number 7 will surprise you. Did T-Rex have a Did T-Rex have a thick ass? We find out. Mainly, it's just like the code. You set up like the what it's the setup. So what it is going to say every tweet, and it just picks from randomly, and then I don't know how it does the next part, what it fills it in with. I'd assume you give it like a database of words or phrases.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading how to do this.
Please post it on the server when it's finished.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
According to DeLong, there's a random burger generator on Facebook, and it's great.
Oh my god, what's it called?
I have no idea.
Dialogue, please. What's it called? Oh, that's so good. Look at that. Do you know what the resolution is for this?
For what?
For the sauropod in the snow. Do you know what the resolution?
300.
Oh, it's a pretty small one. All right.
Yeah, so to ensure that the stream runs relatively smoothly, I work on very small pictures.
Right. It's so good. I wanted it as a background.
Wait, the usual the standardized stream sketch is 194 millimeter by 143 millimeter with a resolution of 300 ppi. That's why it's so difficult sometimes to do sauropods on these streams. Because you have to put them further and further into the background so they are all on there. And so details get lost very easily.
Yeah. I'm gonna for like 5 seconds. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, nearly finished. So, yes, so portraits of course, but when I want to have the wool animal on the picture, it becomes tricky. Okay. Xinjiang Long. saved. Bloop. Okay. Let's have a look at what we did tonight. Oh, wrong. Bloop. Yep. So we have Argentavis. Probably the first time you will see it with accurate proportions. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I unfortunately we will already end the stream here because I have to do on some other stuff upstairs. Yep. Argentavis was followed by this absolute unit of a Procoptodon. Now that I look at it, it's not that beefy anymore. You know, I'm getting used to it. Followed by Dagon, predatory ocean roaming lizardfish from the Sanoman. And here, last but not least, Xinjiang Long, the longest necked sauropod that we know so far. Sorry. Oh. Bleh. Yes. Bloopsh. Bloopsh. I'm pretty happy with most of these sketches, I think. Especially with the last one here. Very, very simple. Nice. And also with Procoptodon here, I think. Turned out rather well. Yeah, but especially satisfying was for me the Argentavis, just all this process to figure out its proportions and everything. Pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, hey, Zaina, but at least you did one sketch. Is it already on, Oh, I see. D-Long, you made some... You worked on some stuff in the meantime as well. Nice. I really like this little beard here. And the mane at the base of the neck here. Very much like it. You know, something I speculated about already is maybe the filaments on the back of the crest actually went onto the crest as well. I did this in one sketch once. No idea if that would be possible. I just experimented in that direction once. Also nice Tyrannosaur here. I think is it? No Tyrannosaur. Ah, Zuni Tyrannosaur. Ah, okay. Very nice coloration. Yep, something unfinished. Oh, and Armin did a nice little Sarcosuchus, I see. Oh, this is also nice. I should probably... for this question. Okay, ah, you're redoing it for Pteros. Ah, nice. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Yep, this is the last sketch of tonight, and I have to work on something now. So see you guys next week, I would say. Good night, little streamlings, and bye bye.